framed for a murder he didn't commit. Detective Brett Hopper will relive the worst day of his life.
You gotta be kidding, right?
Like it was his last day on Earth.
These past 3 days, I've woken up, and it's the same day.
I don't understand.
It's the same time, it's the same place. The day is the same, but different things happen. You believe in second chances?
Taye Diggs. Daybreak. 2-hour series premiere. Wednesday at 9/8 Central. Only on ABC.
News Watch 7's Commitment 2006.
Election returns are coming into the newsplex from across the region.
The latest results on the air and on the web.
Continuing our election coverage now live on KETV.com.
Your station for more complete election coverage.
I called Ben Nelson to concede the race.
I'm looking forward to another 6 years to represent the people.
There's a lot of votes to be counted.
Looks like we're going to get our tail kicked, doesn't it?
More complete election coverage. Commitment 2006 on KETV News Watch 7.
You asked for them, and they're back at H&H Chevrolet. Hey, folks, Tom Park here at the fourth quarter countdown at our used car and truck center. The response to our 06 GM certified Chevy Uplanders has been so incredible. Our buyers have been going out across the nation. Now, we have 15 available right now, and more are on the way. They're incredibly equipped. Of course, they're GM certified, close to 50% off original price at $14,998, or payments from just $249 a month. Don't miss this opportunity at H&H Chevrolet. It's fast, fun, and friendly.
7 can help kids be healthier. What's in the apple that's good for you?
Help kids read, write, then ride on more field trips.
It helps for them to see things just besides what's in the book.
Help them discover who they are.
7 can help kids cash in for school. I'm KETV News Watch 7's Rob McCartney.
And I'm Julie Cornell. We're now awarding $700 grants monthly.
During the school year, EMC Insurance will award 9 schools a $700 educational grant to help students.
7 can help kids.
This holiday season, say it with lights. Stop by the open house November 10th through the 12th at Bright Ideas Decorating and take 20 to 50% off select items. You'll find the latest in holiday designs using Bright Ideas exclusive LED linkable lights that use 90% less energy. Let our professional staff design, install, and store your holiday display. You've seen our work all over town. Now bring some of that brilliance to your home. So stop by and save at the all-new Bright Ideas Decorating Showroom, 38th and Farnham.
You're watching KETV Channel 7 Omaha. More complete coverage. This is KETV News Watch 7 at 6.
It was a final goodbye for a fallen hero in Iowa on this Veterans Day. He is remembered tonight for the ultimate sacrifice he made for his country. Good evening, I'm Farrah Fazal in for Suzanne Deo tonight. Lieutenant Colonel Paul Finken was killed earlier this month while he was in duty in Iraq. He lived in Erling, Iowa. It's a small town northeast of Council Bluffs. KTV News Watch 7's Todd Andrews talked to the people who knew Colonel Finken and his family and the effect his death is having on their town.
A quiet ceremony today in this small Iowa community of just 500 people, practically all of whom packed into St. Joseph's Church to salute a fallen hero, Lieutenant Colonel Paul Finken.
You have school chums, you have people that he's worked with and for.
With the funeral and interment off limits to media and a perimeter set up around the church for traffic control, we asked Erling Mayor Arnold Martin, a friend of the Finken family, to share his memories.
Loved by everybody, just a fine young man.
A connection that came from years of close ties. The 40-year-old Finken was raised here in Erling, went to school here, and Martin says returned here often to visit while serving in the U.S. Army.
During his leaves, why, he'd come visit his folks.
A veteran of the war in Iraq, Colonel Finken was killed in Baghdad November 2nd when a bomb exploded near his vehicle. Back home, Martin says the whole town went into mourning upon hearing the news.
Everybody called me. We declared 30-day memory, in memory of him and in honor of him, a 30-day half-mast on all flags.
In fact, just about everywhere you look around this small Iowa community, you see a sign or a memorial to Lieutenant Colonel Finken thanking him for his service. A somber mood remained in midday today, with fire trucks and law enforcement vehicles lining otherwise deserted streets during the ceremony. Finally, as the funeral procession made its way to a private interment, city fathers spoke of their hopes that the sacrifice of one of their native sons would be a model for future generations.
I hope they look at our country the same way he did. He gave his all for it, and it's nice.
That was Todd Andrews reporting. Finken served with the Army's 101st Airborne Division in Fort Campbell, Kentucky. He is survived by his wife and 3 daughters. The Patriot Guard riders escorted Lieutenant Colonel Finken's funeral this morning. Veterans Day was emotional this afternoon for the families of 17 fallen Nebraska service members. Huge banners are flying now in the Heartland of America Park in the honor of men and women who gave their lives serving in Afghanistan and Iraq. The tribute meant a lot to April Killian. Her husband, Marine Corporal Shane Killian, died in Iraq 2 years ago. You'll hear from her and other family members tonight after the game, and we'll show you how Veterans Day was remembered across the country later in our newscast. More than 1,000 people packed into the Quest Center today to hear former President Bill Clinton. He was here for a luncheon sponsored by Girls Incorporated of Omaha. Clinton said Girls Inc. has nurtured and educated young women and helped them see they can become what they want. Tonight on KETV News Watch 7 after the game, hear from a teenager who got the chance of a lifetime today when she introduced the former president. More news and weather is just ahead, but now, big Red Zone game day coverage. Here's KETV News Watch 7's Matt Schick.
Thank you, Farrah. We hope you've had a chance to catch your breath on this one. Husker fans have said they want more than just a measly little North Division title. Well, this week, the players agreed, pledging to win out like they did last season, only this year taking a Big 12 championship with them. Well, first things first today, A&M, you got to win the North to get to Kansas City, and a chance to do that today with a W. Huskers' second possession, 3rd down and 8. Huskers looking great in the first half. Zach Taylor to Maurice Purify. Nebraska 4 of 7 on 3rd downs in the first half. Nebraska finishes off the drive. Cody Glenn, his first touchdown since the Iowa State game. It's 7-0 Huskers. Aggies respond. Stephen McGee, geeky name, decent arm, to Kerry Franks, who was all alone as he beats Andre Jones. 47 yards. 2 plays later, Mike Goodson on the option. He's very quick, and that looks too easy. 22 yards. We're tied at 7 after 1 quarter of play. Nebraska answers with a 9-play drive finished off by Cody Glenn. Check out this 6-yard run. You think he wanted to get to the end zone on this play? Boom. Running over a guy. Cody Glenn, 14, Texas A&M, 7. Black shirts, a strong first half. Steve Octavian missed last week with an injury here. He doesn't miss on Goodson. Tackles him for a loss. Zach Taylor needed 110 yards to break the single-season passing mark for Nebraska. He does it here. Marlon Lucky on the swing pass. Great blocking downfield by the receivers. He picks up 43 yards down to the 4. Next play, Taylor breaks the single-season touchdown mark. His 21st of the year. Todd Peterson with the grab. It's 21-7. They'd lead 21-10 at the half. But 3rd quarter, the Husker offense does nothing. Aggies wake up a little bit thanks to some poor Husker tackling. Goodson escapes a couple of tackles. He's going to go 54 yards. Bo Root finally knocks him out of bounds. It would lead to a field goal. It's 21-13 Nebraska. 4th quarter. 3rd and 9 for A&M, and nobody has the quarterback. Stephen McGee breaks contain, 57 yards down the sideline for the score. 2-point conversion, no good. It's still 21-19 Nebraska. After another Husker 3-and-out, Aggies keep it going. The big fullback, Jaworski Lane, he's going to air it out. A trick play pulled on Nebraska. 44 yards to Chad Schrader, who's the only one who turned around on the play. That would set up Jaworski Lane. Weighs 400 pounds or so. 2-point conversion good. 27-21 A&M up. Zach Taylor and company continue to have problems on offense. Taylor picked off by Mark Dodge with 3 minutes left. And boy, it looks like the Huskers are dead men walking here in the 4th. But Nebraska holds, and the Aggies go for a 42-yard field goal to seal the deal. And it's blocked. Special teams giving the Huskers a chance. Bill Bush is pumped. 4th down and 3. Zach Taylor to Todd Peterson here. Game on the line. He connects at midfield. And the Huskers are alive after 24 yards. Later, 3rd and 10. Fade to Purify in the end zone. No, it's incomplete. But wait, we've got roughing the passer. Big penalty. And instead of 4th and 10, it's 1st and goal. And this time, Taylor. Oh, it's good to have a 6'4" receiver. Maurice Purify catches this one. Point after is good. 28-27, Nebraska gets the comeback, and last chance for A&M. Adam Carricker comes up with the sack and the Huskers are Big 12 North champs. Nebraska wins it in seemingly improbable fashion, 28-7 over Texas A&M. You look at these stats, fairly even, but it did not tell the story as the Huskers were dead in the third quarter, sleepwalking in the fourth quarter until that last drive where Nebraska mounted that fantastic 2-minute drive to win it, 28-27. More coverage. Big Red Zone Game Day is on the field with KETV News Watch 7's John Shoots live in College Station. John, not sure what to say about this one, but what an incredible way to win the North title.
Well, I have to tell you, I was getting ready to talk about how Nebraska hasn't been able to put teams away this year, but there are a bunch of Husker fans right back here who are pretty pleased that they were able to do it, although they did admit to me that they didn't think it was going to happen either. And, you know, give Nebraska credit. That last drive, I don't think too many of us saw that coming, Matt. In fact, the big play in that drive was, as you mentioned, the fourth down completion from Taylor to Peterson, which kept that whole drive alive.
Absolutely. And then, of course, another play to Peterson. Peterson and Zach Taylor hooking up continually on this drive to keep it alive. And then, of course, that big play over the middle again to Peterson. Just a great 2-minute offense. Zach Taylor knows how to do this, John.
Todd Peterson picked a great time to show up and really put together a great game. And what about Maurice Purify, Matt? Unbelievable.
Purify with the touchdown grab there to put them in a tie at 27. Of course, Jordan Congdon would make the kick, but Zach Taylor putting that drive together, and the Huskers go on to take the lead and win it 28-27. And John, that is really in sharp contrast, that last 2 minutes, to what we saw there in the third quarter, where the Huskers just looked incredibly anemic. In a span from the second to the fourth quarter, they went about, I think, 7 or 8 drives without a point, and the Huskers there, despite those bad drives, were able to put it up. But talk about that, the terrible offense there in the third quarter.
Well, the offense wasn't too good, but I think we're going to go to Maurice Purify right now, who we caught up with after the game.
I'm in the huddle, Zach just told me he's going to throw it up, you know what I mean? If he tells me he's going to throw up the ball, I got to get it. I got to win the battle.
How big a win was this?
That was a big win. Now we got the Big 12 championship North. I mean, it's exciting. I got to go celebrate my team.
All right, Maurice Purify, I tell you, that's why you have that guy in the game right there, because he can make some incredible plays. But, you know, the second half offense early on, you knew A&M, we talked about this earlier in the week, A&M has only given up, coming into this game, 61 second half points in 10 games this year. So they are a second half team. But the offense going away, you know, where was Brandon Jackson in the second half? They did try and have him try and get that first down on 3rd and 3. I kind of think he got a bad spot on that play. And then Zach Taylor was just running for his life in the second half. The offensive line, just a lot of breakdowns in that second half. It'll be interesting to hear the coaches address what exactly was going on there. But I know that Lyden Murtha had some breakdowns on his side at tackle. And Zach Taylor had, you know, being rushed, he did make a few overthrows in the game and a few incompletions. And going into the that last drive of the fourth quarter, Nebraska outscored by Texas A&M 14-0 early on in the fourth quarter, but they come through late in the ball game when they have to, Matt, and Nebraska, Big 12 North Division champions. They're going to the Big 12 championship game for the first time since 1999, and a lot of Aggie fans going home stunned tonight. And we're going to have post-game coming to you from Coach Callahan, and hopefully some others here a little bit later from here in College Station as soon as we get it for you.
Thank you, John. And the disturbing trend that these Callahan teams this season had developed was blowing these big leads. They had it against Oklahoma State. They had a big lead against Kansas, had to survive in that game. But, boy, they come back and actually blow a lead against A&M, but come back and take the lead, regain it after blowing that 17-point lead. And afterwards, Coach Callahan said, this is what it's all about.
The Big 12 North, what's the feeling for you right now?
Ecstatic, just full of a lot of emotion. Really happy for our players. Zach Taylor and these kids, they just truly believed in getting the job done. Our defense blocking that field goal at the end was huge. we do it every day in practice. That's how we start the practice every day. That's how we concluded it today. So it was a great, great game on both sides.
You mentioned Zach Taylor. What does he mean to this program and how quickly he's taken over your offense?
He's been a tremendous leader for us, and he's rallied our kids, and our team totally believes in him in every phase. And I just can't say enough good things about the job he's done.
Congratulations, Coach. Back up to you, Eric.
Stacy, thank you. And the Huskers come away with that 28-27 lead, and of course they did blow. It was a 14-point lead that they lost in that game, but they do go on to win. Another mixed day for Nebraska quarterback Zach Taylor. He hit some solid passes in the first half. He was effective in quick drops and working out of the gun. Here, 3rd and 8 in the first, scrambling to keep a drive alive and finding Maurice Purify there down the right sideline. 21 of 35. Zach Taylor, 267 yards, 2 touchdowns, breaks that single-season touchdown mark and the single-season passing mark in this game. But you'd have to say he cares more about winning than those stats, and he got both of those today. He got the stats, and he also got the big come-from-behind win, his trademark win, you'd have to say, for the Nebraska Cornhuskers. More Big Red Zone coverage ahead. We'll return live to Texas for more post-game reaction, we hope, plus state volleyball coming up later on. Back to you, Farrah.
Okay, Matt, thank you. Omaha police are trying to track down a crafty robber the unusual way this suspect is ripping off some local businesses. Coming up, and what President Bush wants you to do on this Veterans Day. John?
You know, today wasn't a terrible day, a lot better than what we saw yesterday, a high of 44. Lincoln saw a high of 47. Tomorrow, we could see a little bit of rain. I'll have more details on that coming up.
More complete coverage. This is KETV News Watch 7 at 6.
You can look and feel your best when your smile is right. I'm Dr. Tom Herter. At Herter Orthodontics, our dedicated and professional staff can help you achieve that perfect smile using leading-edge technology and state-of-the-art treatment techniques. Today, orthodontic care is more affordable, less noticeable, and more comfortable than ever before. You'll love the pampered feeling you get in our unique, fun, caring, and unusually beautiful clinics. Call us or visit us on the web at HealthSource on KETV.com.
Everything about a Mycogen brand grain corn hybrid revolves around you. We plant more than 500,000 test plots each year to prove our hybrids will perform on your farm. And we protect your yield with the Herculex family of traits for the broadest spectrum in-plant insect protection available. When you choose a Mycogen brand grain corn hybrid, it fits your farm and protects your yield.
When you think designer kitchens, you think solid surface countertops. Now think Nebraska Furniture Mart. They've made upgrading easy with an incredible 3-part installation package. First, select a qualifying Wilson Art countertop for just $47.88 a square foot install. Second, add an integrated sink for $99. Third, take half-off removal of your existing laminate countertop. Plus, pay no interest till January 2008 on any purchase $299 or more. In most cases, installation is a simple one-day project. The latest trends, the lowest prices. Nebraska Furniture Mart.
Watch Tuesday's Husker Press Conference live on KETV.com or download the podcast.
Hey, I heard old girl pretty easy. Of course, man, you know. Sorry.
Parents, speak up. Your teens will listen. Nearly 9 out of 10 teens agree it's easier to postpone sexual activity if they can have open, honest talks with their parents about sex. The YMCA's Powerful Choices Project is an abstinence education program. We have free brochures, a website, and educational sessions to help you talk to your teens about delaying sex until marriage. Visit our website or call us today.
Omaha police are looking for a serial robber tonight. Police say the same person robbed all 4 of these businesses. Now, this is surveillance video from the Speedy Mart at 138th and Manderson back in June. You can see the suspect walk up to the store clerk. In 3 of the robberies, like this one at the Burger King at 137th and West Maple last month, the suspect shot out a door to get in. He also used mace on an employee in 2 of the robberies. Police say they're looking for a white man between 5'8" and 6 feet, weighing 160 to 180 pounds. He was wearing a plaid or gray hooded sweatshirt. If you have any information, call 444-56 or Crime Stoppers at 444-STOP. An ATV accident sends one man to the hospital. It happened just northeast of Crescent, Iowa, near Honey Creek around noon. Pottawatomie County Sheriff deputies say a medical helicopter took the 44-year-old man to Creighton Hospital. No word yet on his condition. Investigators say he's going to be okay. The accident is still under investigation. A routine traffic stop turned into a high-speed chase in Sarpy County. It started just after midnight in Springfield and ended near 132nd and Slayton Street south of Highway 370. Deputies were trying to pull the driver over when he took off. At one point, he was going 80 miles an hour. Deputies used stop sticks to end the chase and arrest the driver. No one was hurt. Investigators say the man was probably drunk. President Bush says Americans have freedom because the men and women on the front lines are fighting for us tonight. The president commemorated Veterans Day by laying a wreath at the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier at the Arlington National Cemetery. He thanked the U.S. servicemen and women and asked other Americans to do the same.
This day is dedicated to all who answered the call to service, whether they live in honor among us or sleep in valor beneath this sacred ground.
The troops serving overseas also remembered their fallen comrades at Camp Victory in Baghdad. General George Casey and the U.S. ambassador to Iraq were part of that ceremony. 75 soldiers serving in the U.S. Army were sworn in as U.S. citizens today. Your weather's next. We'll be right back.
What do we mean by serious? Neurosurgery, where a tiny platinum coil is threaded through the impossibly intricate vessels of the brain and stops a dangerous aneurysm. Where the region's premier neurosurgeons treat stroke, Parkinson's disease, epilepsy, and tumors of the brain with expertise and innovation each and every day in one medical center, the Nebraska Medical Center. Serious medicine, extraordinary care.
Hi, I'm here to see Mr. Davis.
I'm sorry, sir. Mr. Davis's flight is delayed and won't arrive until 5:30. We'll have to reschedule your interview. Sir? Sir?
Ford Fusion, 221 horsepower, great fuel mileage, and J.D. Power & Associates' most appealing midsize car. It's designed to move when you're ready to make yours. Now you can lease a 2007 Ford Fusion for $199 a month. Just $199 a month.
Come on, baby, let's go!
At Wells Fargo, we believe it's important to serve every segment of our community. It's part of our vision. We want to meet the financial needs of our customers and be known as one of America's great companies.
Welcome to Wells Fargo. Bienvenidos a Wells Fargo.
Wells Fargo. Nosotros estamos para servirle a la comunidad a tener un éxito financiero en lo personal y en su negocio. Wells Fargo is a proud sponsor of the Harlem Latino Leadership Conference, November 16 and 17.
Coupon bug. I am so easy. More in touch with work than you are with family, friends, and God? If you're struggling to find the balance, we're here to help. Remember, it's people, not work, who matter most.
KETV.com. More video, more updates in Omaha's only true live Doppler radar on the web. More complete coverage. KETV.com.
At Walker Tire and Auto Service, we value our customers. Commandment number 6. We will earn your trust.
Another chilly morning out there for Sunday morning, but not as chilly as what we saw this morning. 35 degrees at 8 a.m. We will have clouds around at that time. Those clouds will be the first indication that there is a chance of showers for Sunday late afternoon into the evening hours and into the overnight hours. It doesn't look like the chance is overly great, but nonetheless it is there that we could get a few raindrops. 39 degrees outside right now in Omaha, 41 in Fremont, 37 in Tacoma, a lot of 30s across the board, and most everywhere should drop down into the 30s as we head through the rest of the evening hours. 44, the high in Avoca. Norm helps, a cool day, a low of 21. Definitely a cool start there. Outside right now, a little bit cool out there, 39 degrees. The dew point is 25, and we have about south winds at 17 miles per hour, and I expect that to help keep the temperatures up during the overnight hours, as it should be quite breezy across the area. Radar and satellite, look at these clouds come in here. A lot of those are those high-level clouds, so you might still be able to see the moon through those tonight, and you can see a few showers, some flurries back across parts
of the Rocky Mountains. We still have these southerly winds. Those will continue throughout the overnight hours and into tomorrow morning, but those clouds will really start to be on the increase tomorrow morning. They should start to lower as well. You'll notice that the clouds we have out there right now, very high. The clouds that we'll have during the afternoon hours will be much lower, and that will give way to a chance of showers as well. At Sunday, 6 o'clock there, showers across our area. Southerly winds will become more out of the northwest, and that will bring a cool down. 32 degrees, a few clouds, breezy, southeast winds 10 to 20 miles per hour. For Sunday morning, 35 degrees, more clouds and more clouds for Sunday afternoon with a chance of seeing some of those showers. Only a high of 50 degrees Sunday afternoon and 53 on Monday. Then the next big system gets in here Tuesday into Wednesday, and some of that could switch over to snow by Wednesday morning and also bring a big cool down for Wednesday. Right now, Wednesday is not looking like a very nice day. Very similar to yesterday, which wasn't good at all either.
Yeah. Okay, we'll be right back.
It's a growing trend.
He was disappointed when he turned 5 and he couldn't go to school.
Parents holding their kids back.
Well, 5 is such a young age.
But is waiting a year good for your kids?
We don't have a crystal ball, but we should provide for all learners.
I'm KETV Newswatch 7's Julie Cornell. How do you know if your child is ready for school?
We just decided that it would be to his benefit to hold him back a year.
The pros and cons of holding kids back. Sunday at 10 on KETV Newswatch 7.
You soybean growers have your hands full. You want yield, of course, but you also need to defend your crop. Pioneer offers varieties that deliver a powerful 1-2 punch. They're bred to yield and built to defend against disease stress that includes everything from soybean cyst nematode to sudden death syndrome. It's no wonder more acres are planted to Pioneer soybeans than any other brand. They're #1, hands down.
Tonight on KETV Channel 7.
When you become a Woodman of the World member, you become part of an organization that believes in making a difference. For our members, for our communities, for our nation. An organization that provides families across America with insurance protection and financial security they can trust. And one that works together with you to make the world a better place. Woodman of the World, with you through life.
She said she did him up. She had sex with him? Oh,
parents, speak up. Talk to your teens about sex values and relationships. They will listen. Teens say their parents have the most influence on their sexual decisions, more than friends, teachers, and the media. The YMCA's Powerful Choices Project is an abstinence education program. We have free brochures, a website, and educational sessions to help you talk to your teens about delaying sex until marriage. Visit our website or call 451-1050.
Spend an evening with Trans-Siberian Orchestra. November 21st, live at Quest Center in Omaha. Get tickets now. Pick up the CD, The Lost